And welcome back to KWBJ. Now time for sports with Philip Boudreau. Chris Hunter has the night off. Man, what an upset for the Berwick Panthers. I'm so sorry to hear that. I mean, but the thing is, they did get on the board, right?
Yeah, they did get on the board. They actually led for a little while. It was an intense game for a little while.
An intense game for the first couple of minutes of the game.
Yeah. But they did put up a fight.
Okay.
I mean, you'll see.
Right.
Since starting the year on a 2-game losing streak, the Patterson Lumberjacks have gone on to win 7 straight contests. After barely escaping an upset bid from Edie White last week, the Jacks cruised past the Berwick Panthers. They started off the game. Berwick is going to kick off the Patterson opening kickoff. Berwick rolls the dice, and Brooks Richard with the kick and the recovery. But on 4th and 1, Jeremy Boudreau has his pass picked off on the 32-yard line by Joe Duffy. And Joe Duffy gets all the way to the 49 before being taken down. And Patterson would quickly convert that turnover into points with Spencer Landry's quarterback keeper. Jacks up 6-0. Next Patterson possession, Landry throws a screen pass, but it is intercepted by Trey Matthews, who goes 47 yards, takes it to the house. Berwick takes a shocking 7-6 lead. But that lead would last exactly one play. Next play from scrimmage, Landry completed to Renee Millay on the screen, goes 37 yards. Patterson goes back out in front, 15-7. Next possession, Mikael Jones scores on a jet sweep, 22-7, Jacks. Still in the first, Richard, who's fighting for positive yardage, loses the ball, but no one realizes it's a fumble until Larry Turner for Patterson goes 16 yards, 29-7 at the quarter. Second quarter, Patterson keeping the ball on the ground, and that's just as effective as the passing game. Dalen Charlotte exploits a huge hole in the Berwick defense and uses his speed to go 66 yards for a TD to extend their lead 36-7. Berwick's offense, meanwhile, down to their third-string QB, Drew Landry finds Aldwin Williams behind the Patterson secondary into their territory. Same drive, Matthews fights inside the 5-yard line, but Berwick fumbles it away 2 plays later. And from the shadows of the goalpost, now Landry will throw it, and he will throw it deep. And he hits Dalen Charlotte in stride for a 97-yard TD. The Jacks bounced the Panthers 57-7. Dalen Charlotte of the Jacks spark-plugged the offense with 121 receiving yards and 66 rushing yards. Although the Jacks have been on a tear since losing their first 2 contests, they have yet to clinch their division due to Franklin's emergence. The Hornets set the stage for the District 9 3A championship game by squeezing past Donaldsonville 44-42. Franklin's Jarian Brown and Brian Robertson combined for 5 of the team's 6 touchdowns. The Hornets' rushing attack also piled on 325 yards on 50 attempts, while the defense forced 5 interceptions. The 6-3 Hornets will battle the 7-2 Jacks for the District 9 3A championship, and the contest will be the KWBJ Game of the Week. Morgan City's struggles only continued as they faced Vandebilt Catholic at their last home game this season, but the Tigers would start off this contest strong at home. Pre-game activities consisted of honoring the seniors before their last home game. First quarter, Jalen Jones throws a screen pass to Kevon Marsh, who runs up far from the sidelines, dodges a Vandebilt tackler, and gets all the way up inside the Vandebilt 10 before being pushed out of bounds. Jalen Jones would cap off the drive with a 3-yard up-the-middle touchdown. Morgan City up 7-0. Second quarter, Tigers are forced to punt. Vandebilt's Ethan Casio muffs the punt, and Tri Nguyen falls on the ball at the 8-yard line. But unfortunately for the Tigers, their offense is unable to move, and Sergis Flores is up to him to make a 29-yard field goal to make it 10-0 Tigers. Ensuing kickoff, Vandebilt's Tristan Guillory goes to his left, dodges a few Tigers defender before kicking up his afterburners and going upstream for a 71-yard kick return touchdown and making the game now 10-7. Closing in on Morgan City's lead, but the Tigers would extend their lead by a little bit with Flores' 35-yard field goal to add to their lead. Now the score is 13-7. With 1 minute left in the half, Guillory's 2-yard touchdown gives Vandebilt the 14-13 lead, and they would never look back. 2 second-half TDs, including this 24-yard pass from David Yancey to Claude Thompson, made it 28-13 Vandebilt. But the game ended early on a somber note. Hector Tolento throws an interception with 4:15 left to play. Anthony Rink, who's off camera on this play, was injured and was left motionless on the field for more than 20 minutes. Coach Dennis Lorio opted to end the game at that point. Tests on Rink were negative, and he suffered a stinger on his left shoulder. Whether he plays this week will be the doctor's decision. Morgan City fell to 0-9 on the year with the 28-13 loss to Vandebilt. Jalen Jones provided the Tigers with their lone offensive touchdown. Jones also passed for 136 yards and rushed for 14. After suffering a heartbreaking loss at the hands of Patterson last week, E.D. White trounced Assumption. Darius Charles supplied the Mustangs with their only points. Charles rushed for 94 yards and a touchdown on 18 attempts. The Mustangs will finish their season at home versus the Morgan City Tigers. In other local games, Central Catholic, 7 turnovers, including 4 lost fumbles and 3 interceptions, spelled doom for the Eagles as they fell to Country Day 41-7. The Eagles close out their season against Gaydon. Hanson Memorial sputtered against Vermillion Catholic, resulting in a 47-14 loss. Vermillion Catholic scored all 47 of its points in the first half. The loss puts the Tigers at a 6-3 record for the year, and they will finish their regular season at Christian Life in Baton Rouge. West St. Mary dropped a close one at home to Erath, 22-20. The loss also sent the reeling Wolfpack on a 4-game losing streak. The Wolfpack looked to close their season on a high note against the winless Abbeville Wildcats on the road. And definitely, last but not least, the Saints were handed their second loss yesterday. Very, very, very disappointing. But I guess if you look at the Jets' track record this year, it's been win, loss, win, loss, win, loss. And last week, they lost. So I guess they had to win.
All right, thanks a lot. Don't go anywhere. We've got more KWBJ news coming up next.